So, I've moved into my room for recording because people are in and things. Right, so, Canon. No, not ships. Well, yes, ships, but not pirate ships, not cannons on a ship. No. I mentioned Canon, I think, in a previous video, probably my Fandom's one. It was ages ago, holy crap. But I thought I should elaborate on it. I don't know, I feel like whenever I say canon to somebody in the context of fandoms, nobody knows what I'm talking about. Like, my fellow fandom people. There's not many of them off the internet, so no one understands me. Also, I'm still fighting off the vestiges of my cold. That's fun. So anyway, onwards. Canon is, in the fandom sense, what is widely known to be actually definitely happens. So what happens in the book series, the TV series, the movie, whatever the official stuff is. So for an example, this is a very basic example, the Harry Potter books are canon. Everything written in those books is canon. The Harry Potter musical, which I haven't watched and I don't plan to because I don't really care for it, that's not canon. That is fan stuff. Okay? If you can hear footsteps, that's my housemates. So yeah, that's canon. However, sometimes we fangirls, and even some casual fans, though I doubt they realise that they're doing this, will create something called a headcanon. This is something that doesn't happen, but it by all means could. So there is no evidence against this happening, it's not been written in, but it could have happened. There are many things we do not see in these people's lives. We don't see every day of Harry's education. We don't see every case that Sherlock works. In fact, I think we barely see any of his cases because we only have 3 episodes. This is what I mean. In that gap, anything is possible. Not anything, actually. That's another point. But yeah, so there is no evidence against these things, although sometimes that means that headcanons can be destroyed when a new thing comes out. For example, oh god, I'm trying to think of an example now where it's been kind of skewed. Not an example per se, but something that was said. John Finnemore, the writer of Cabin Pressure, brilliant little show, gonna be so sad when they actually air the final episode, I'm just gonna die inside. He said, if it hasn't been said in the show, it's not official. Anything that he says in the show is what's real. So, for example, Benedict Cumberbatch, probably one of the tallest people in existence, in Cabin Pressure, his character Martin is short. I can't remember when this was said, but it's short. It has never been said what kind of hair he has, or all that sort of thing, but the fandom has basically designated he has ginger hair. Because usually, Benedict has ginger hair when he records it. Or recorded. Oh god, that's depressing. So yeah, anything that there's no evidence against, but could happen. That's a headcanon. People have many different ones. Some of them conflict. Like, I've seen headcanons that I absolutely despise and want to burn. But oh well, such is life. Headcanons often explain a character's actions. They can hint at consequences or effects of something that is canon, or sometimes they're just a nice little addition. Something that would have been nice if it happened, but doesn't have to have happened. It's not really a huge thing. So, non-canon has a few subcategories, I like to think. So stuff that used to be a headcanon. That's the stuff that was a headcanon, but then got brutally murdered by the actual canon. Which I can't think of any examples of, but no. Stuff that could happen if something in the canon didn't. That's usually sort of on the alternate universe side. So, say, I don't know, John didn't meet Sherlock, so he meets somebody else. Or Harry doesn't meet Hagrid. He might end up in Slytherin. If he doesn't talk to Ron and Hermione, he'll probably end up in Slytherin because he won't know anything about the houses. If you talked to Draco and then didn't know that he was here, if Draco didn't judge Ron, who Harry had already become friends with, who knows, Harry might have ended up in Slytherin. This is an alternate universe. With the whole sort of like parallel things, so this is one decision, splits off. Another decision splits off. Another decision splits off. And that sort of thing. And then there's something that could never ever ever happen in any context of the canon whatsoever. So, yeah. Like, there's no possible way of it ever happening. This is... excuse me while I die. This is usually called crack. Crackfic, for want of a better term. Which is basically, I'm going to put this fandom on crack and see what happens. So, there's some odd stuff that happens, like John and Sherlock, who are firmly rooted in a real-life setting, going to Hogwarts, or something like that. Although that is going in the crossover section, which is a bit... crossovers, it's a bit sort of like wibbly, what the hell is this? I don't know what's canon and what can't be canon, and ugh. Most crossovers are crackfic. Just not in the sense of they don't make any sense, because they will make sense to their respective fandoms. That makes sense? I don't know. I've gone off on a bit of a confusion rant. So that's the three subcategories of completely non-canon. As in, this has not happened, this goes against something in the canon, and therefore is literally just fanfic. I'm trying to resist the urge to say something about Doctor Who at this point, because oh my god. Moffat, you're just writing fanfiction, why? I haven't watched any of the recent Doctor Who. Not a single episode. It makes me very sad, because I don't care. I stopped caring. I stopped caring when I found out that Gallifrey was alive. That just... oof, where did canon... What did you do to the canon? In fairness, no. I stopped caring when Clara chose the TARDIS. Don't screw with the old canon! No! That is canon. He chose that TARDIS. He chose it, or the TARDIS chose him, that sort of thing. Clara? No! It's not so bad you messing with your own canon. My voice is starting to die. But don't mess with the old canon. Don't mess with the original show. That just pissed me off. And I'm gonna go now because I'm getting into my ranty about Doctor Who stage and issues. I'm sure it's very good, and I'm sure Capaldi is doing a wonderful job as a doctor. It's just I have issues with Moffat and the way he writes Doctor Who. Don't like. I'm gonna go before I punch the camera. Goodbye, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye.